One of the subscribers asked me how to set up a multiple workspaces in puppylinux, and I will show you first overview of my setup in bookworm pup64, which is what I have here. So I have set up first 6 workspaces, and I'm on a workspace number 5 right now. So I can quickly open up a browser, and browser will go to it always goes to workspace number 1. I cannot open workspaces the browser in any other workspaces. So when I launch it with a keyboard combination of Super W in my case, the browser opens up. Now, generally in default setting in puppylinux, super key, window key, and a number, 2 in my case, will go to workspace number 2. And if I go super and 6, for example, it goes to 6. I want to get back to a fresh copy of bookworm pup64, and I'll have the basics of how to set up multiple workspaces in puppylinux. But the plan is on a fresh copy of puppylinux, we'll go ahead and go through how to get multiple workspaces, and then followed by moving of the tray to the top for I think it'll improve the presentation. So on a fresh copy of bookworm pup64, there is a launcher, application launcher, that's triggered by Control and spacebar. So here it is, and we get a rocks filer, and minus sign makes it small. Control H will bring out the .jwm folder, and what we need to do is go edit the personnel file here in Geany. So when you first open up the personnel file, you're going to get this here, number of virtual desktops. So this is the same as the workspaces. So if you want to, for example, want to have 6 workspaces, width is 6, so it'll be 6 workspaces here. So we'll go ahead and save it. Control H, Control S will save it, and then we'll go ahead and trigger LX terminal, and then we'll give it a command of so because we made a change here, we want to read the change change configuration. So jwm space restart ampersand sign, and you can see now there is 6 workspaces. So we're only working on workspace number 1. We can certainly go to workspace number 3 by super 3, and we'll go back to workspace number 1, super 1. So now my preference is to have you may have different preference, but so my preference is to work with the 6 desktops and also height of 2. So let's see how that changes. And we'll save it. And then again, we'll start it again. JWM restart. And you can see that it's very similar to what I usually work with. So next, because I rather have this tray on the top, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and go back on the rocks filer and go to jwmrc-tray file, and then drag it into a geany, and then we'll take a closer look. First thing what we want to do is we want to have it on the top rather than the bottom. So V align, we want to replace that to top, and go ahead and save again. And then we go ahead and reread the change configuration. Now you can see it's on the top. So I'll make a little bit more extensive. So what we want to do is just go ahead and minimize these distractions here. And then so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and keep the menu, but we'll go ahead and remove the spaces in Geany, and then Control L. Control K removes the place line, and then show desktop is this here. We'll go ahead and remove that also. And browser, we don't need it because we already have a application launcher we can use. And similarly, terminal we don't need. And then now we come to pager, which is what we're working with. Task list, which is these here to the left of pager. So what we can do is go ahead and first we don't want this long 200 pixels. We want to make it small. So I work with a 30, for example. They'll make it small, and plus we want to move this up before the pager. So we'll just go ahead and here, and then we go ahead and move this here, and then pager. And then we'll go ahead and eliminate this empty space with the Control K again. And then we want a tray button. We can go ahead and delete the tray button. Control K. And then we're gonna save it. And then we're gonna run this again. Now we can see this pager is way over here, and this is here. We want these pager and this test list toward the middle. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and pager is here beyond left of pager. We'll go ahead and estimate. Go ahead and give it 300 space, and then plus before the test list. Or actually, we can just go ahead and use one of these. We'll go ahead and delete it. Delete this, and then we will go ahead and width, we'll make that 300. And then save again, and then restart. Now we can see, so it'll be much easier to follow now. So let me just make it a little bit more here. We'll go ahead and give it a 350, save, and then restart. Okay, so now we're going to be, it's much easier to look at what's going on. So for example, Super 6 will go to a 6 workspace without any application. There's only application running on so let's just go to the 5, and then let's go ahead and start rocks. So there's rocks here, and then we'll go to page 1, the workspace 1, Super 1, and Super 5. Now next step is probably the most complicated, and what we'll attempt to do is we'll open up Firefox to workspace 3. And this will take make a use of wmctrl command. So, but we'll just have you go ahead and copy this, and then copy, and then start a terminal, and then paste. Saying is cd into my application bin folder, and then create a small script called browser.sh, and then chmod refers to making it executable, and then we're gonna edit this file geany browser in a geany here, and then close this terminal itself. So we'll go ahead and activate this. So now we have a browser.sh that's ready to receive some command. And we'll go ahead and cheat, go back here, and then we're going to go ahead and insert this here. Go ahead and copy, and then browser.sh, and then paste. And then we'll make it a little neater by going ahead and moving it to the left. And then save. So let me just explain. So this you need this for any script in bash script here, and then this gets ignored just by telling you that we're going to attempt to place Firefox in workspace 3. And then, so even if you start at the workspace number 1, which we will go ahead and start here, it only places a single copy of Firefox on 3. So you cannot have multiple Firefox run in workspace, which I think is a great advantage. So wmctrl-s refers to a workspace number, so number 3, but the command actually start with a 0, so 1 and 2. So 2 is fine, and for example, so if you want to start it at 6, you have to change this to 5. So, and then this essentially makes it unable to run multiple Firefox from each any workspaces. This has to do with a WM class, which is beyond what I want to cover today. And this is the command that launches the Firefox in Bookworm Pup64. So go ahead and put that in, and then we're going to go ahead and save it. And then we'll go ahead and run the LX terminal again. Now it's in this file is in the path already, so we'll go ahead and run a browser.sh, and then let's see what happens. If everything went okay, the Firefox should start at 3, and we're starting from workspace 1. So now he's starting at 3. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go to, for example, workspace 6, and then let's go ahead and LX terminal, and then go ahead and browser.sh again. So we'll go ahead and start it from 6, and now it will just refer back to the Firefox that's already open. I think that's a great idea for Firefox use, and I think that's it.